Good morning, brothers and sisters. It's May 6, 2021. I had a dream last Wednesday, April 28th, 2021. I am going to make this real quick. I don't have my notes with me, but I'm going to try to remember as much as I can because I'm not home right now. I had a dream. A friend of mine wanted me to take her son, who was about 5 to 6 years old, to a class, like a dance class, something of that nature. And she said, I have to give you proof that he has an appointment because you can't get in without proof. So she gave me a check and put her son's name on it. And so with that, I brought the kid to the class. The building was all glass, and behind there was a kid there to receive the proof. So I showed him the check. And he did this weird thing on the door to let us in. When we went in, the kid ran ahead of me. And as I was walking in, the scene changed into a hospital. As I was walking in, I see on my right side 2 groups of people. But each group had 2 lines of people, so it was like 4 lines of people. 2 in each group. The first group, I asked, did you take the vaccine? First of all, let me back up. They were on the floor, sitting with their legs crossed, practicing social distancing. So I knew they were there for the vaccine. So when I went past the first group, I asked if they took the vaccine, and they said yes. So then I went to the second group and I asked the same thing, and the woman said no, but that they were in line for it. And I told her not to do it. And I told her I would explain why when I came back around. And I never got to. So I went ahead looking for the kid, and I couldn't find him. So I came by this doctor who was sitting on a stool, you know, those rolling stool chairs. I asked her if she saw him, and she laughed. She laughed because she knew the kid, and she told me where he was at, and I went to go find him. The scene changed again, and I was going back out of the building, and I see a lot of people got in the building, and I was wondering how did that happen, because it's very strict in getting in. There was a lot of people. It was crowded. And I see people collapsed on the floor. I see people walking around like zombies. I see people standing there in a trance, not doing anything. So I knew I needed to get out of there. So I wanted to know what was going on. Why did this happen? So I leave the building, and I see this old couple letting people in, like they didn't know any better. So I was asking people what happened, and a male doctor came up to me and said it was his fault because he let the old couple in, and the old couple let all these other people in. So then I ran into a friend, and actually before that I was looking for my purse, that I put on a hook, and it was gone. So I told my friend that I ran into that my purse was gone, it was stolen. So I told her I didn't have any money to get home. So because I didn't have money to get home, I asked her, well, she gave me money, and I asked her, are you sure, do you have enough for yourself? And she said yes, she had 100, that she was okay. Then afterwards, we went into a store, and she was complaining and yelling about what was going on. She was trying to tell the people the truth, and they didn't want to hear it. So they called the cops on her. So they called the cops on her, and they came, and they were really mean to her, rough. And I told her that it was okay, that the Lord is going to judge this police officer, and I said the same thing to him. And then I said, glory to God. And then I yelled, God is going to judge this world. And I yelled again and said, God, you need to come soon. Then afterwards, I went past a bunch of cars, which I knew had something to do with that hospital, the bumper-to-bumper cars. And I got into my car, which happened to be my son's car. And I think that's significant because he's home from college now, and it's his car. He just got home this past weekend. And so I got in his car, and I sat there and asking myself, how am I going to get home? I don't have my keys. And the dream ended. And that's it, brothers and sisters. Thank you for listening. I love you, and I hope that you guys have a blessed day. Okay? Bye-bye.